Hi everyone, welcome to this week's topic, and we are going to talk about how to install and get started with Apache Kafka on your Windows machine. So before we even go into any detail, let's just remember that the website where you will get all the information about Kafka is kafka.apache.org. Now let's again remember that Kafka is an open source distributed event streaming platform in order to do high performance data pipelines, streaming analytics, data integration, and all the critical applications. So, Kafka is used for distributed computing. Kafka is used for high performance computing. So, most of the Fortune 100 companies, they use Apache Kafka. You can use Apache Kafka for your application as well in order to support a distributed system. Now we are going to discuss today how we can download and set up Kafka for a Windows platform. So the first step is to download Kafka using this button. So let's click the button. And here you will see all the releases about Kafka. And let's say we are choosing the latest and greatest distribution. And let's say we are choosing Scala 2.13 binary downloads. And you can see that there is a file. And if you click on this file, this is basically a tar gzip file. So if you click on it, you will see this one downloaded, this file kafka underscore 2.13 minus 3.3.1. We can unzip this one using a standard Windows application. For my case, I'm using a 7-zip application, and you can basically extract the files using the 7-zip application. Now what I choose here is to extract the files into a folder of my choice, which is under C drive and under Kafka folder. You can choose it wherever you want. Now here, once you download, let's open the folder. Once you extract, you open the folder, you can see there are several distributions, several folders under this folder. You have the binary folder where you have the binaries in order to start up the Kafka. For Windows, you need to go to the Windows platform and you will see all the batch files, Windows batch files. Those are the executable files that can be run, that can be executed on your Windows platform. So the first step, so what are the steps you are going to follow? Go to the docs. So this is the detailed documentation of Kafka, but in order to do quick start, you don't need the detailed documentation. Just go to 1.3 quick start. Here you can see several comments, but the thing is, these comments here, they are good for Linux or Mac environments. So what we are going to do, we are going to do with Windows. So the first step is to edit your log files. Just mention first what are the directories where we store our log files for Zookeeper and for Kafka for the server. So go to config folder. First, there are a lot of files there. So first focus on zookeeper.properties file. Let's open it. So as you open, you can clearly see that a lot of properties are set. So client port you can see here this is 2181. That means in order to run Zookeeper, this port must be open on your Windows machine, and we are choosing this to be the data directory for the Zookeeper. So we have created the directory, and here Zookeeper data, and we are storing the data. The next setup you need to do is to set up the server log folder. How do you do that? Open this one. There are a lot of setups, lot of information. So you go all the way here, log directories, log dirs. So this one is our log folder. There are a lot of other setups are there as well. So you can review that setup in order to be more knowledgeable. So once we do that, you can see clearly that we have the Kafka logs, and we are storing all the logs here. So now we are in a position to start up our Kafka. So let's start up the command line prompt. So this is our prompt, and then let's go navigate to the directory where we have stored our distribution. So we are going to Kafka, and then we can go to the root folder for the Kafka. From here the execution is very straightforward. Go to bin, go to Windows, go to Zookeeper server start.batch. So we have to start up this file. Let's press enter. With the config folders reference. So you can see the usage. So you have to specify the batch file and Zookeeper properties file. So this is our properties file, and let's enter. As you enter, you will see that Zookeeper is starting. So there will be a lot of activities you will see on the screen. Our next task, what is that? That is to start the Kafka broker service. How do you do that? Again, follow the similar pattern. Open a command prompt. Navigate to your folder. It's easy, right? Kafka, and then we go to this folder. This is our root folder for the Kafka, and then we do bin, and then Windows, and then we will start this one, Kafka server start. So let's do Kafka server start.batch. But then again we have to specify the config folder, config file. So this is server.properties. When you do that, your Kafka service is starting up. Okay. So when you talk about the Kafka, you have a topic, right? So topic works like pub sub process. There is a topic where the distributor, where the producer publishes the message, and the subscribers, they are subscribed to that topic. As soon as the producer sends the message, the subscribers can receive it. So we have to next task for us is to create a topic. So going back to the topics, here comes the step 3 of our process, where we create a Kafka topic to store the events that will be published by a publisher. So the creation of the Kafka topic is very straightforward. All you have to do is to specify. Let's do it hands on. So and then we will see as we go. So again, where do you need to go? You need to go to the binary folder. Sorry, you have to go to the top folder for the Kafka. Then let us go to bin, then Windows, then Kafka topics.bat, and we can now create the topic as follows. So let's create the topic like this. So again, bin, window, Kafka topics.batch, and then create. Let's create a topic called quick start dash events, and we specify bootstrap server, that is the local host, that's our native window platform, our machine, and which port? 9092. So in order to create a topic, this port must be available. Let's create. So I already created that topic, so you will get an error that that topic already exists. Let's create a new topic. Let's say quick starts events 2. Once you do that, the topic is created. How do you verify that topic is there? Let's go to the next step. So in order to discover the Kafka topics on your Windows machine, there is a very popular tool called Offset Explorer. You can see it from kafkatool.com, and there you can go to the download page and you can download it for your Windows machine. Here, this link you have to click, and then you have to follow through the installation steps. So the end result will be to get Offset Explorer app, and then you can open the app. So once you open, you have the Kafka clusters. So what you can do here is to create a new connection. So let's add a new connection. So you will get this window. Let's go to the simplest settings. We are not going to use any security, anything. So the cluster name, let us say this is my test. The cluster version is all the default setups, they are good. So let's test it. So it is successful. We now added the connection. So once you add it, let's see, let's explore what is there. So as you added it, it takes little time to become green, become available. So let's go to the topics. So you see there are two topics, quick start events, I already created that, and quick starts events too. So we have downloaded, we have installed, we have started off Kafka from nothing, and you see, other than Apache Kafka, we did not have to download any other third-party software. It's that simple. And then to navigate to discover the Kafka platform, the topics, you need Offset Explorer, and it is extremely easy to access the Kafka topics using the Offset Explorer. So that is what I wanted to tell you. So that is our story today. So if you like it, please share it and subscribe to my channel. See you again.